Hello, dear experts and participants of Yakutsk International Scientific Fair. Today we are going to present you our project, which is called Psychophysiology of Well-being of Highly Motivated School Children in Various Sleep and Wakefulness Modes. The aim of the project is to study the features of organization of sleep and wakefulness, study the level of subjective well-being, study the psychophysiology indication of functional states under various sleep conditions. During the work, we use the presented methods. First of all, we held the theoretical analysis of the literature. Then we developed and launched a Google survey among highly motivated teenagers to define definitely the scope of the problem. The next stage was a laboratory study by means of the VCM, variational cardiointervalmetry, and CVMR, complex visual motor reactions.
More than 36% of high school students studying in educational institutions for gifted children sleep less than 6 hours a day. Students who sleep less than 6 hours a day have perfectionism and a desire to improve their academic results. At the same time, there weren't significant differences in academic performance between the groups. All students use gadgets during the day, but among those who sleep less than 6 hours, the usage of gadgets takes more time. It's over 5 hours a day. This may be the cause of lack of sleep. Students who sleep less than 6 hours a day usually have weak immunity, headaches, so the attempt of students to compensate lack of time by sleeping time, faced with headaches, weak immunity, inattention, changeable or bad mood.
The level of the functional state is a common indicator of body and nervous system reflect ability of the body to be active. So children with a good daily routine and low level of subjective well-being have the most optimal estimates, as well as children who sleep little but at the same time subjectively feel well off. The stress index in stressed several times in all groups. In groups where children sleep a lot or have a high level of subjective well-being, there is a moderate tension of regulatory system. Children who sleep little and have a low level of subjective well-being, there is a pronounced tension of regulatory system. It can also be noted that in groups where children sleep little and dysfunctional, there is a tendency to tachycardia. The level of sensory action has heavy importance for teenagers who have a sufficient amount of sleep and are well. Most of the in-court reactions were registered in group with a low level of subjective well-being, a low amount of sleep, and a group with a high and medium level of subjective well-being and insufficient amount of sleep.
Conclusion. First, many highly motivated teenagers face the problem of lack of sleep. 36% noticed that they usually slept less than 6 hours a day. These indicators don't correspond to the norm. Based on the results of the survey, we identified the most common problems. 30% of school children spend more than 5 hours doing their homework. 65% of school children use electronic devices more than 3-5 hours a day. Second, the level of subjective well-being is associated with sleep and wakefulness. This is proved by the result of a laboratory study, which differ in the 4 identified groups of teenagers. The sleep and wakefulness regime and the level of subjective well-being are equally related to the functional indicators of teenagers' body. Psychological indicators of teenagers with a favorable sleep and wakefulness regime are in a more optimal range of values in comparison with teenagers with a lack of sleep.
The signification of the work in relation to the results of previous studies is holding comprehensive psychology and psychophysiological study, the specific of the sample of highly motivated adolescents.